When I was in 6th grade, my gym teacher knocked out a homeless guy. Hello YouTubeites, thanks for clicking on this video and checking this video out. I would really appreciate it if you check out my channel. If you like this video, I think you would enjoy what's going on. But today, I have a story for you. It's a story that is kind of funny, kind of scary, but a cool story that I think I should share. And it's about a 6th grade gym class. So maybe it was 5th or 6th grade, but let's get right into it. So it was 5th or 6th grade, and something very interesting happened. At this school, it was a really small charter school, and there were only 35 people in the entire grade in 6th grade. And this gym class actually had only 12 people. And the unit was flag football. I don't have a problem with flag football because in that gym class of 12 people, I was the only one that played real football. And this gave me a huge advantage, and I was styling. I had to impress that 6th grade crush of mine, you know what I mean? So we had a gym teacher and like a student aide, but he wasn't a real student aide, but more like a gym helper since he was only in that class. Well, the gym helper's name was Mr. T, and that's who the story is about. And Mr. T's not his actual name, but for the sake of privacy, let's just call him Mr. T, which is a pretty, great name anyway. Mr. T, just like the actual Mr. T, was a bigger dude. He was pretty big and buff. I don't know what else to say. And he was in charge of the equipment and whatnot in this gym class. And we warmed up inside the gym by doing some laps, stretching out, the traditional pre-flag football nonsense. You got to get warmed up so you don't get injured while playing flag football in 6th grade. But anyway, once we were loosened up, we went outside to play, and Mr. T and the gym teacher led the way. And the second we took a step outside, we were on the parking lot, and we saw this strange, weird, homeless guy in the field that we were supposed to play on. We were all looking, like, the entire class was looking at each other like, okay, now what are we supposed to do? It was, like, dead silent because, there's, what are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to do when you see a homeless guy? I almost said a dead homeless guy in this field. So we were just standing around, and even scarier is that the gym teacher didn't know what to do. He was just, looking around, and that was actually pretty scary. The gym teacher not doing anything, but luckily this buff gym helper dude had an idea about 2 minutes into just awkwardly pacing around in the parking lot. And Mr. T, he dropped this bag of footballs and flags and beelined it to this homeless guy. Not a full sprint, but like kind of the scary run walk where you're walking but you're not. I don't know. But he made it to this homeless guy who's on our field. He was sleeping, this homeless guy in the field, and we all just stood back and watched what happened. And Mr. T made his way to the guy, and the guy got up, and even though we were a ways away, it was pretty obvious that this homeless dude was drunk. And even at 6th grade, it was easy to tell that he was drunk. And Mr. T started to talk to him, but I didn't get the full story, so I don't know what Mr. T said or what the guy said back to Mr. T. But this drunk guy apparently got pretty mad because he pushed Mr. T. And, if you know anything about, the A-team Mr. T, you don't push anybody called Mr. T. So Mr. T pushed back, traditionally, like, hey, you punk, I'm gonna push you, I'm gonna push you back, yeah. And then, this time the gym teacher actually took action. He got pretty nervous about what was going to happen, and he told us to get back into the gym. And, the class started to turn back, but not me. I stayed and watched, thank God, because I wouldn't be telling this story if I didn't. And after getting pushed by Mr. T, this homeless drunk idiot, he put his arm up into the air and cocked his fist, and I swear, I thought Mr. T was going to get dropped, and I don't know. So he cocked his fist in the air. He had his arm in the air about to punch Mr. T. But Mr. T, for a big guy, he's really fast. Mr. T, it's like a reversal. I don't even know, but he just dropped this dude. Huge mistake. This guy was drunk. The drunk guy was drunk. And Mr. T straight up knocked this dude out. One punch. In 6th grade, I saw a gym helper drop this drunk homeless guy in a field where we were supposed to be playing flag football with one punch. You know, don't mess with Mr. T. It was, push, I'm gonna punch you. No. Dead. Well, he wasn't dead, but, or at least I don't think he was. Mr. T dropped this guy in one punch. You know, if I ever see him again, I'm going to call him Mr. T because that's what he was actually like, the actual Mr. T. So we spent the rest of the day back in the gym, and Mr. T had to go on a leave for like 6 months, and they sent out letters to everyone in the class. Needless to say, no one actually screwed around in that class ever again. So, yeah, that's my story about how in 6th grade, a gym helper knocked out a homeless dude at our school. So that's my first story. I hope you enjoy it. I have plenty of other stories to go around, and if you did enjoy the story, I would strongly appreciate it if you liked and commented. If you didn't like the story, you know, there's also a dislike button too, but make me a promise that if you dislike this, you leave a comment saying on how could I improve, because that's important to me. So thank you again for watching. This has been Storytime with Skybox/Sean. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.